Do you ever feel completely drained by certain people? As if your peace and energy are being siphoned away with every difficult interaction? In this video, you'll discover how to turn those interactions into personal power, using disarming phrases and a simple technique to protect your energy. I know how draining it is to feel like your peace depends on someone else, and I promise you, you will leave here knowing how to keep your calm, no matter what happens out there. Stay with me for the next few minutes, and let's reclaim your power together. Because, as we learn from Louise Hay's philosophy, the key isn't to change others, but to transform your own response so that nothing and no one can steal your peace ever again. And to make this journey even deeper, throughout the video, we'll practice a conscious breathing exercise, a powerful tool to anchor your calm and well-being in any situation. Stay with me, dear one, for the transformation begins now, with every word and every breath. On our life's journey, it's inevitable that we'll encounter people who, in some way, challenge us. It might be a colleague, a family member, or even a stranger. Our first reaction often is frustration or anger, as if the other person's behavior has the power to destabilize us. But Louise Hay, with her profound wisdom, reminds us that true power lies in our ability to choose our response, rather than reacting automatically. I am the source of my power, and I choose my reaction with love. She taught us that instead of feeling like victims of circumstances or others' behavior, we can take responsibility for our own peace. This doesn't mean blaming ourselves, but rather recognizing that we have the freedom to decide how we allow things to affect us. It's a profound act of self-acceptance, freeing us from the need to control others and focusing us on what we truly can change, ourselves. When you refuse to engage in the game of reactivity, you elevate yourself. It's as if you're on a stage and the other person is in their own play. You can choose to be the director of your own play, or merely a background extra in someone else's. Louise Hay encouraged us to be the protagonists of our own story, cultivating the trust that we are capable of handling any situation while maintaining our integrity. This shift in perspective is the first step towards healing challenging relationships. Instead of focusing on what the other person is doing wrong, you concentrate on strengthening your own light. And by doing so, you not only benefit yourself, but also inspire a subtle change in the interaction's dynamic. Remember, I deserve to live in harmony, and I attract peace into all my relationships. Once we understand that the power of our response is in our hands, the next step is to learn to use words consciously to transform interactions. Louise Hay taught us that every word we utter is an affirmation, and it shapes our reality. Therefore, choosing phrases that disarm conflict and invite understanding is an act of self-love and worthiness of peace. One of the most powerful phrases to disarm an argument is to ask, "Is this something we need to agree on right now?" This simple question, spoken calmly and without judgment, can break the cycle of reactivity. It invites reflection and takes the pressure out of the moment, allowing the energy to settle. Remember, the goal isn't to win an argument, but to find peace. I deserve peace in all my conversations. When you encounter disrespectful comments or attempts at manipulation, like gaslighting, Louise Hay encourages us to stand firm in our truth. Phrases like, "I see things differently," or "I remember things differently," act as shields of trust. They affirm your reality without needing to justify or engage in a fight. It's an act of self-acceptance that disarms the other's intention. And what if the conversation is about disagreement? Louise Hay reminds us that it's healthy to have different perspectives. You can say, "It's okay to disagree with me," or "I understand your point and I have a different approach." This validates the other person while maintaining your integrity. It's about choosing where and how you invest your energy. And that, my dear, is an act of empowerment. Soon we'll dive into a practical exercise that will help you feel this strength in every word. It's so easy to fall into the trap of taking everything personally, isn't it? When someone criticizes us, disrespects us, or acts rudely, the first reaction is to feel like we're the target, that something is wrong with us. But Louise Hay offers us a liberating perspective. The other person's behavior often has nothing to do with you. It's a reflection of their own inner struggles, fears, and insecurities. I am my own validation, and I release the need for external approval. Think about how many times you felt hurt by a comment, only to discover later that the person was going through a difficult time, or that their attitude was a pattern of behavior they applied to everyone. Louise Hay taught us that, instead of absorbing that energy, we can simply let it go. It's as if you're holding a weight that isn't yours. Releasing it allows you to maintain your lightness and emotional health. When you refuse to take things personally, you reclaim your power. It's not about being indifferent, but about being aware that someone else's pain doesn't have to become your pain. Louise Hay invites us to practice compassion, not just for others, but for ourselves. I deserve to protect my energy and my heart. This means recognizing that you are not responsible for others' emotions, only for your own. By adopting this stance, you create a space of trust and peace within yourself. You become an observer, able to see the situation clearly without getting entangled in negativity. It's an act of self-love that allows you to keep your light shining, no matter what happens around you. And for this understanding to deepen, and for you to feel this transformation in practice, get ready. Later in the video, we'll have a breathing exercise that will help you anchor your calm and deal with these interactions in a light and powerful way. Stay with me, for the best is yet to come. After understanding that others' behavior often reflects their own inner struggles, the next essential step is to learn to set healthy boundaries. Louise Hay taught us that self-love is not selfishness. It's the foundation for all our relationships. And part of that love means protecting our energy and our time, deciding what we accept and what we don't in our lives. Think of your energy as a precious resource. When someone tries to invade your space, whether with excessive demands or disrespectful behavior, you have the right and the responsibility to protect yourself. Louise Hay reminds us that I am worthy of respect and a safe space. Saying no to something that drains your energy is saying yes to your health and well-being. Setting boundaries doesn't mean being rude or aggressive. On the contrary, it can be done with gentleness and firmness. For example, if someone tries to impose a topic or a meeting when you're not ready, you can say, "I'm not available for that conversation right now, but we can schedule it for another time." This protects your time and your peace without closing the door to future communication. It's an act of trust in yourself. Louise Hay encourages us to be our own authority. This means you don't need anyone's permission to take care of yourself. By setting boundaries, you are teaching others how you wish to be treated, and that is a gift to both. It's a path to freedom and to building more authentic and respectful relationships. Amidst the whirlwind of challenging interactions, your inner calm reveals itself as your greatest strength. Louise Hay taught us that no matter what happens around us, we have the power to choose our response and maintain our peace. It is this tranquility that allows us to navigate the most complex situations without losing our essence and our self-love. When you feel threatened or provoked, The body's natural tendency is to react with tension, as if preparing for a fight. However, Louise Hay invites us to a simple yet powerful practice: conscious breathing. By breathing deeply, you calm the nervous system, release tension, and reconnect with your inner wisdom. I am calm amidst the storm. Calmness is not passivity, but an active choice of trust in the process of life. It is the certainty that you have all the necessary tools to deal with any situation. When you remain centered, your voice becomes more assertive, your words more thoughtful, and your presence more powerful. It is a reflection of your self-acceptance and your worthiness to live in harmony. Remember that the person you see externally often is not the real person you're talking to. Behind difficult behavior, there may be pain, fear, or insecurity. By maintaining your calm, you open a space for compassion, not only for the other person, but for yourself. It is an act of healing that radiates, transforming the energy around you. After cultivating our inner calm and setting boundaries, we can open ourselves to true connection with the heart of the other. Louise Hay taught us that behind every behavior there is a story, a pain, a longing. Instead of focusing on what irritates us, we can seek the humanity that resides in everyone, remembering that we are all here to learn and evolve. I am the bridge that connects hearts, even the most distant. This connection does not mean accepting disrespect, but rather understanding that compassion can open doors that anger and judgment keep closed. When you allow yourself to see the vulnerability behind the armor, the energy of the interaction changes. It is an act of forgiveness, not necessarily forgiving the act itself, but forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to be affected, and forgiving the other for their own pain. Think about how gratitude can transform your perspective. Even in challenging situations, there is a lesson, an opportunity for growth. Be grateful for the chance to practice your inner peace, your trust, and your self-love. This attitude of worthiness attracts more experiences that reinforce your strength and your ability to handle whatever comes. By connecting with the heart of the other, we are not only helping them, but also healing ourselves. It is a flow of love that expands, bringing health and prosperity to all involved. Remember, the universe is a mirror, and what you emit returns to you. To anchor your calm and trust amidst challenging interactions, let's practice a simple yet profoundly transformative exercise that Louise Hay always emphasized: conscious breathing. It is your anchor, your refuge, your point of power in the now. How to do it? 1. Find your space of tranquility. Sit or lie down in a place where you feel comfortable and safe. If possible, close your eyes to minimize external distractions. Relax your shoulders, jaw, and forehead. 2. Connect with your breath. Place one hand on your abdomen and the other on your chest. Feel the gentle movement of your breath. Don't try to control it. Just observe it. Notice the air flowing in and out, the natural rhythm of your body. 3. Inhale, calm. Exhale tension. Begin to inhale deeply through your nose, feeling the air fill your abdomen and then your chest. As you inhale, visualize peace, calm, and self-love entering every cell of your body. As you slowly exhale through your mouth, visualize all tension, fear, and frustration leaving you. Mentally say, I inhale peace. I exhale tension. 4. Affirm your inner strength. While breathing, mentally repeat the following affirmations, feeling their truth in your being. I am calm. I am trust. I am peace. Feel with each inhale that you are filled with worthiness and gratitude for this inner strength. 5. Anchor the feeling. Continue for 5 to 10 minutes, or as long as you feel necessary. At the end, bring your attention back to your body. noticing the feeling of lightness and tranquility. Carry this feeling of healing and well-being into your day. Practice this exercise whenever you feel challenged, before a difficult conversation, or simply to reconnect with your essence. It is a gift you give yourself, a constant reminder that your power is always within you. And if you love to deepen your journey of self-discovery through breathing and positive affirmations, I invite you to explore our special playlist right here on the channel, Affirm and Elevate. There you'll find more exercises and affirmations to nourish your soul and elevate your energy. Come discover the power that resides in every inhale and exhale. My dear, we've reached the end of another journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Remember that every interaction is an opportunity to practice self-love, trust, and compassion. By applying Louise Hay's teachings, you not only transform how you deal with difficult people, but also nourish your own soul, building a life of peace, health, and worthiness. Continue to cultivate this inner strength with gentleness and persistence, for you are your own source of healing and prosperity. If this video touched your heart and inspired you to seek a more fulfilling and harmonious life, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This way, you'll continue to receive content that will guide you on this beautiful journey of self-acceptance and growth. Every new insight is a step towards your self-love and inner peace. Together, let's continue to raise our energy and spread light throughout the world.